Hello, hello, welcome back. My name is Parker, and we just had a scrimmage, and we had video of it. So I watched this scrimmage, at least the last two periods of it. So we're going to do a quick recap. We got some highlights coming up for you as well. I've tried to frame myself on the left so the highlights can go on the right here. But as we joined the scrimmage at 7 o'clock, the lineups were the same. The only difference is that Chatfield is in the placeholder spot for Hamnick instead of Ben tonight. So Chatfield is playing with Quinn Hughes. Other than that, the stream took about 15 minutes to get started. It was way late, and then when it did finally come on, there was no audio. So I do have a couple highlights for the first period from Chris Faber again, but as we get later into the video, you're going to have some much better highlights. Pretty early on, Justin Bailey gets a penalty shot opportunity. He goes in, he makes no mistake, making it 1-0 for Team White. That would be the only goal of the period. Jet Wu also got a penalty shot chance. Demko made the save on that, but no other real highlights from the first because there was no stream. So as we keep going here, White's up 1-0 after the first. For the second period, the stream is up. We have audio. There was no audio in the first period for the stream. We have audio. We have the 650 audio. So early in the period, Tanner Pearson takes it behind the net. He spun around, fed Hoglander. Holtby wasn't looking, completely fooled, hits him in the pad anyways, so he makes the stop. Later on, 5 minutes in or so, McEwen grabs a loose puck. He's on a 2-on-1 with Bo Horvat. Holtby with the big slide to the left absolutely robs Bo Horvat. Great save from Holtby there. The goalies were outstanding today. A couple minutes later, Sven Berchi gets a breakaway, but Jet Wu tracks him down. Really impressive play from Jet Wu, able to catch up to Berchi, really just shoves him down to the ice to stop that scoring chance. So Jet Wu looked pretty good tonight. A few minutes later, the Lotto line had a really good chance. Pettersson and Brisebois had some space. They get they go for a little give and go. Pettersson hits Brisebois. The pass comes back. Pettersson has a wide open net, but the puck is just out of his reach. So a few minutes after that, Lotto line comes into the offensive zone. Quinn Hughes picks off the pass, feeds Pearson. So Tanner Pearson on the breakaway takes a shot. It's stopped. The rebound pops up. He bats it out of the air, and Holtby saves that too. So Tanner Pearson can't beat Holtby there. And just a moment later, Tyler Mott tries to go wide on Olli Juolevi. Looks like he has him beat, and then Juolevi shuts him down with a great poke check. So Juolevi looked really solid tonight. Again, I'll go more into my thoughts after the highlights here. A minute later, Jack Rathbone with a shot that stopped the rebound. Goes right to Justin Bailey. Looks like he has a wide open net. Holtby slides to his left, absolutely robs him there. A minute after that, Jace Howerluck and Tyler Mott. Bad news here. Howerluck and Mott get sort of tangled up. Mott kind of takes him down awkwardly. Howerluck would leave the game, did not return, so hopefully he's okay. Right at the end of the second period, just dying seconds of the second, Jake fires a shot at the point. Rathbone blocks it in a place you probably don't want to block a shot. Jake picks up the puck. He drives the net. Jake drives the net. It looked so good. It looked like he had a real chance. And then he didn't score. But Sutter tucks home the rebound. So the Canucks, blue side, tie it up at 1 in the dying seconds of the second period. So we're tied at 1 after 2, going to the third, all square. In that third period, right off the bat, Louis Eriksson gets a partial breakaway, and he shoots it right at the goalie. So nothing there from Louis. Nothing much else happened in the third for the most part. It was a pretty defensive showing. Except for at the 13-minute mark, Gaudette and Tyler Mott getting a bit of a scrap. Extra penalty comes up on one of the sides. I don't remember which side. The colors confuse me. So Tyler Myers gets a penalty shot, comes in, walks in all the way to the hash marks, and rips a clapper a la Thomas Vanek. Holtby makes that save there. So we get to the third. The end of the third, we are still tied at 1-1. Overtime starts up. We're going 3-on-3. Pretty early on, Hoglander has a prime chance. Stopped by Braden Holtby. And then a couple minutes later, Besser and Schmidt on a 2-on-1. He gets the one-timer. Demko makes a good save there. So nothing doing in overtime. I do want to mention Quinn Hughes was so solid in OT. Like his skating is just, it's unreal. So we go to a shootout. We're going to have all the clips right here for you in this shootout. Niels Hoglander up first, up against Braden Holtby, comes in, tries a quick shot, and he missed the net. So on the other side, on the blue side, Elias Pettersson jumps over the boards, comes in, and rips it off the right post to give the blue side a 1-0 lead. Solid shot from Elias Pettersson there. White needs to answer. Bo Horvat comes in nice and slow, looking for a shooting lane, and he fires the puck wide as well. JT Miller with a chance to win it as the second shooter, put him up 2-0 to finish off this scrimmage. Comes in wide left, goes for the same shot as Pettersson, goes for the far post and rings it off the post. So it's so the White team is still alive. So Quinn Hughes comes over the board. He has to score. Comes in, tries to tuck it on the backhand, but Holtby makes the saves. So great to watch hockey again, other than that little hiccup with the technical difficulties. The Toronto Maple Leafs were able to get both TSN and Sportsnet to broadcast their scrimmage with the Canucks. Took a whole period to get their live stream up and running, but you know what? It was fun to watch anyways. Some of my thoughts on this game: the Lotto line was by far the best players on the ice. They looked so good. Nothing really converted to many goals, but they just looked so solid. Just outclassed everyone on the ice for sure. And that's what you want to see. You want to see your best players be your best players. Goaltenders were the best players. Demko and Holtby were both perfect, almost lights out, each of them allowing 1 goal apiece. Other than that, very solid. Batch also mentioned on the broadcast, which was very true, that this was a much more structured defensive game. Both sides looked like they really were trying to win with a good system. So kind of a clue of what we might actually see for the season. So hopefully the defense can still hold up in the same vein. Speaking of the defense, Nate Schmidt looks really good. He's confident. At the blue line, holding the blue line strong, making moves as the last man back. He's confident. Good stretch passes up the ice. Tyler Mott is Tyler Mott. He's just a motor. He doesn't have a ton of skill, and it showed. He was, basically classic Tyler Mott, but he was grinding out there. You love to see that. Quinn Hughes is still Quinn Hughes. He's such a smooth skater. Like I mentioned, he was so good in overtime. He set up like 3 great scoring chances in this first shift in overtime. He was unreal. Tyler Myers was pretty solid as well, making some good defensive plays. He was having some issues controlling the puck. He had a couple of giveaways, but defensively he was pretty solid. Jack Rathbone has a fairly heavy shot. I was pretty surprised by that. He seems like a really composed player. And his stock's kind of rising in my book. I could see him as a solid number 7 on this team, competing with Jordy Ben for that number 7 spot. He was really solid. I don't know what they're going to do with him. I think he would be an asset to have, even though he might only play like 20 games or so this season. So they're going to have to balance whether or not they want him on the taxi squad or as the 7th D-man, not playing games, instead of spending that time in Utica where he could be getting more ice time. Olli Juolevi, he's NHL ready. He's a third pair defenseman right now. Can probably slot into a second pair if need be. He just looks solid. Pretty mistake free. He had that one play that we showed on Tyler Mott to break that chance up. So he was just a solid performance from him. And other than that, Brisebois was skating pretty well, I have noted here. And Justin Bailey looks like he gained a step in the offseason. He looks quick. He had a couple plays today where he just burst past people, and he had that one goal as well. He looked good. So Justin Bailey, trying to fight for a spot at least on the taxi squad, trying to get maybe that 13th forward spot so we can stay up and get that NHL paycheck. So all in all, that was a really fun scrimmage. It was fun to watch some Canucks hockey again. If you want to see more recaps like this with my opinions, be sure to hit subscribe, hit like, do all that good stuff. We're doing post-game recaps similar to this without the highlights because of the copyright issues, of course, with Sportsnet and CBC throughout the year. So we're not going to have highlights, but I will do post-game recaps. They'll be about 10 minutes long or so, like this video, basically just detailing my opinions on the game, a quick recap, my thoughts. And if you guys ever have any questions for any videos, any potential videos that I might do on off days as well, feel free to leave them in the comments and I might do a video answering, giving my thoughts on whatever that question is. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like I mentioned, like, subscribe, do all that good stuff. You can follow me on Twitter at the link below as well. We're up to 170 subscribers now at the time of posting this. So again, we're on the rise, baby, and it's a fun ride. So if you want to join that ride with me, like I said, hit subscribe and we'll see you in the next one.